All right, so again, peace family. This is our Wednesday JMA Real Estate Investors Course Mentorship call, and I'm gonna be recording this for repurposing on YouTube because I want the world to see and hear what we do on Wednesdays, every Wednesday for the last 4 years, and where we have never, ever missed one mentorship call in 4 years with our J. Morrison Academy Real Estate Investor students. So, as you guys know, it's gonna be question and answer time. I'll do some speaking and some teaching in between, but we wanna open up for a Q&A for any questions that you guys got, hot topics as you're building your businesses, going through the ropes, evaluating deals, negotiating deals, interviewing contractors, interviewing realtors, getting credit to cash, leveraging the bank's money, and all those things. Let's talk about where I can be of assistance to you all as your mentor, as your coach, as your big brother. What's up? Who we got first? And *6 for your calls.
Hello?
Yeah, peace, King.
Yeah, hey, King, what's going on, Jay? This Chris Coppins with Coppins Investments. We had met in Miami at the Corner Glass. What's going on?
I'm doing great, King. Thank you. How are you?
I'm doing well. I just have just one question. How long does it take for a probate to go through on a property? A probate, when you got to put the property in probate, how long does that usually take?
It depends on the state, and it depends on how efficient the attorney is and how efficient the family is in regards to if there's multiple owners or multiple inheritors, so to speak, or heirs to that particular property. So it really depends on people. So there is no typical time, but it should and could happen, within a month time frame if everyone's moving right.
Okay, because the reason I asked is that there was a property that I was supposed to close on in May, like 2 months ago.
Okay.
And but I guess what happened was the title company overlooked the fact that it had to go through probate. So it's going through probate now, but the thing is that the seller he has a living will, and he's the only living relative.
Okay.
So according to what his attorney has stated that the process should go a little bit faster. So even though it was supposed to close 2 months ago, I'm still awaiting on, I guess to hear something back for when when the property can actually close on, when I can actually close on a property.
All right. Now, are you King? Are you acquiring this yourself? Are you purchasing it?
Yes. Actually, I'll be wholesaling it, and I already have a buyer lined up for it. It's just that we just wait for the probate process to go through.
So this is what I suggest. I suggest that, have you followed our blueprint? I'm scared to ask you because so many students skip over this, but do you have a go-to attorney?
A go-to attorney? Yes, we do. Through the title company. Yes, we do.
All right, but I'm saying it's an attorney that you've spoken with and have a relationship with.
Okay. No, I don't.
Okay. So I'm going to tell you what you do, but I'm going to tell you, and again, I'm not picking on you because I have many JMA students, many of our JMA one-on-one coaching clients who all skip over this part. Now, can you tell me what I teach you all in regards to building your team?
Yes. Yeah. You said make sure you have some attorneys on your make sure you have some attorneys on your team.
And how many?
But you said like a good minimum of 2 to 3. Is that correct? Right?
Yes. To have 3, you want to have a go-to attorney, a backup, and a backup for your backup. That goes for attorneys, for realtors, for title companies, for appraisers, for homeowners insurance agents, etc. Now, the reason I'm saying that is because if you build everything I'm telling y'all is a cheat sheet. I'm giving you the cheat code. It's like playing Contra back in the day on Nintendo. It's like up, down, left, right, BA, select, start. You get 30 men. It's the same thing. I'm giving you the cheat sheet. If you had an attorney right now in a relationship with an attorney, then your call would be, hey, I'm having trouble in this closing with this seller's attorney and a seller's title agent. And so now when you have your attorney call them and say, hey, what's going on with my client's deal? Why are we closed yet? It's a whole different conversation than you trying to do it for yourself, by yourself.
Okay.
It's better posture, it's better positioning. They'll take you more serious.
Okay.
Attorneys to attorneys got their own little, their own little brotherhood or sisterhood. Trust me, it's a better way to conduct deals and litigations when you have an attorney involved.
Yeah, because King, the thing is that I have a few title companies who I work with, but in this case, the property is not where I'm at. The property was a property I had acquired in Orlando.
Okay.
And what happened was the buyer wanted to use his title company. So in that case, then since he was buying the property, and this is like my first few deals, then I kind of okayed it. I just said okay, because since he's gonna be buying it, since I'm gonna be wholesaling the property to him,
right?
He wanted to use a title company in Orlando.
Gotcha. Understood. So even so your next move, your next move would have been Google searching or using your JMA network or however, and finding your own alliance and your own attorney in Orlando, somebody to have your back outside of just his.
Okay.
That's all. And I guarantee if you do that, you'll start seeing the deal accelerate.
All right.
All right. Any other question?
All right. No, that's it, King. Appreciate it, King. I'll let you know how that deal goes.
Oh, please do. And great luck and many blessings. Go ahead and close it out.
Yep.
All right. Peace. Okay, we'll go to our next student.
King J.
Queen.
Hey.
Yes.
How are you?
I'm well, thank you. How are you?
Good. It's Lizette calling in. So I have two questions for you. One is about, you're just speaking about attorneys, and because I'm in the process of trying to make money, I can't afford a true shark just yet. But what do you think about having legal shield as like commercially, not like personal coverage, but for like businesses and using attorneys through that? Do you think they give like adequate counsel, even though it's only it's kind of a budgetary kind of thing? But do you think they would give adequate counsel?
That's a great question. So if you're so here's the trick to it though, and we talk about in our lessons, is that if you're hiring an attorney, a real estate attorney. Most real estate attorneys, and if you position yourself properly, they won't charge you up front. Real estate attorneys charge you at the closing. So you only pay once you make money. So that's one thing. So if you guys are looking at interview, see, that's what happens. Many people hear me say interview attorneys and say, "Well, Jay, I don't got no money for no attorney right now. Like I'm bootstrapping it right now." But you don't need to put up any upfront capital to engage an attorney. You go in and you tell them, just like I teach in the lessons about your posture, your positioning, and you go in and you tell them, I'm a local real estate investor, a local real estate developer, and I'm looking to acquire XYZ deals in the area or this year or whatever the case is, and I'm looking to interview attorneys to see if you're a good fit for my team. And when you sit down and you interview the attorney, you find out, do you follow the industry standard of getting paid at closing? Or are you one of these whack jobs who ask for an hourly rate? Because unless you're doing a high-level commercial deal, and even in commercial, many attorneys still get paid at the closing. So like I've done all types of transactions and have never, ever once paid a real estate attorney in over 6 or 7 different states that I've acquired a real estate. I never paid an attorney once up front out of pocket.
Okay.
But legal shield could be an option as well. Either way, it's just a matter of still, is that attorney qualified and is there a specialty in real estate?
Okay, thank you. So that's my first question. My second question has to do with asset protection.
Okay.
So I think that we kind of advise everyone to do LLCs. Mm-hmm. But say if you're buying a property, is it better to get it in like a land trust, and that's like inside of an LLC, that might be inside of an S corp, that might be inside of like I think they call it a revocable trust.
Yeah, land trusts are a great option. Not all states allow or recognize land trust. It's that you may have to pay an attorney for up front. So that gets a little for your budgetary way. That gets a little more expensive, and it's a lot more intricate, which is why we don't cover it in our basic course. Is because there's a lot to explain and a lot more intricate in regards to your corporate structure. It gives you some layers of protection. More so, it gives you some somewhat of the word I'm looking for is more like being anonymous in a sense. But correct. Right. But so yeah, definitely for those of you who want to be a little more assertive, don't have budgetary constraints, you can look into seeking out, if your attorney has the expertise or attorney with the expertise of acquiring real estate, if your state allows it or recognizes it under land trust. That's an option, yes.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
No problem, Queen. Thank you. Have a great night.
Thank you. Bye.
All right, we'll go to our next student. We got on the line.
Caller 856. Your line's unmuted.
Peace, King.
Hey, Peace King. How are you?
Good. This is Denzel with Cash Out Real Estate Investment. So I'm in the process. I might be in the process of getting this duplex, depending on if it's the right deal or not. So I'm asking you for your opinion.
Okay.
So I was talking at a meeting today with a developer. He builds the duplexes and everything. I was talking to his company on getting a loan. I might be getting a USDA loan, and they'll give me a $10,000 grant for the down payment and closing costs as well. And he was telling me, I actually seen the properties too. He builds the duplexes, and I'll be able to get that. The only problem is that I won't be getting it at a below market value like how you talked to about, but at the same time, I'll be getting it to worry about repairs coming in the future, and I'll be able to slide on that for a while. And then I'm in the credit to cash program, and when I finish that, I was thinking I could use that money for my next property. What do you think about that?
Well, I'm not opposed to it based on it. Now, what purchase ratio would it be? Let's say that first. Give me the data. Like at the current numbers, what would the purchase ratio be?
Well, next week, he didn't give me the exact numbers. So next week he said he'll give me the exact numbers, and he said we could play with it a little bit. He'll work with me on what appliances we're putting in and things like that. So I'm not 100% sure, so I don't want to say, but it looks like I'll probably be getting close to market value. He's kind of creating his own market because he has a bunch of duplexes around the same area.
Yeah, I certainly let him give you his numbers. I certainly wouldn't want to be at 100% of market value. I don't care if it's new or not. Like I would not want to be at 100% personally, especially with kind of a new market he's creating. Being at your purchase, your comp would be a perk to that. If I did it at market value, I would want some kind of incentive. Like, okay, you know what? Let me help you get your comps, right? So what he's trying to do is establish comps in his development, right? Cool. So he wants to sell at the highest price so that his properties will comp out at the highest price, the rest of them. So what I would say is, look, listen, it's not my business model to buy the properties at a market value, right? That's just telling me it's not your business model. But where you guys can find a win-win, because you understand that he wants the strongest comps as possible to help his development portfolio, is I would say I'll purchase at maybe 100% or 95% or 90% of your asking price, but I'm going to want some kind of back-end incentive, right? So that money needs to come back to me somewhere. Like I need 6 months mortgage-free, a year mortgage-free. Like I need something somewhere to incentivize me to give you this top dollar cost. Tell them I'm a ready, willing, and able buyer, but it has to make sense for me. Secondly, what I would encourage you to look at is what are the market rental comps. So like, how much could you rent that other unit out for? If you were to move out yourself, how much could you rent both units out for?